So, I want to offer some tools for unsticking when you find yourself caught in a negative thought loop. Some tools that apply to all of these buckets or top hit lists, from the self-critic to the random intrusive thought to the what-ifer to the regretter to the grievance finder and so on. They're equal opportunity tools. The first thing we want to do always when we catch ourselves looping and we recognize that we're there is to stop and offer ourselves a moment of compassion. Wow, sweetheart, you're really caught right in this moment. You're really looping. You're in it. This is the stuff of it. Just that step of acknowledging our caughtness is so powerful. It separates who is offering the compassion from the voice that's yammering in our head, the looper. It creates this safe shore from which to see our own experience with kindness. So that is the number one step that cannot be skipped. Just to recognize it and say it inside yourself or even say it out loud. Wow, you're really caught. You're looping. You're doing this thing, this human thing. And the second thing that I want you to investigate there is to ask yourself, what am I trying to make happen here with all of this looping? If I could get it to find its resolution, if I could find the diamond at the bottom of the rubble, if I could find the solution that I imagine is in all of this thinking, then what would I get to feel? What is the ultimate goal here? Then I would feel heard, then I would feel valid, then I would feel loved, then I would feel safe. Get at what has been triggered, that is being, it's being treated with all of this looping, right? But what was the feeling I had maybe in that conversation with that person that I feel like if I could get the script just right, then I would correct that. So try and get under the content of the loop to what's really trying to be worked out here. And then what would I get to feel if the banana worked to open this lock and this all worked. So that is a wonderful tool that we can use to sort of deepen the conversation. And then I want you to ask yourself, am I willing to try something different here? Am I willing to take a different approach, right? Which includes asking yourself, is all of this working? Is this looping really helping me, or is it hurting me? So if it's not helping, am I willing to do the most counterintuitive thing at this moment, which is to pull away from the mind that's telling me, no, 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 the answer is in this loop, right? If you could get the loop right, then you'll find resolution. That hasn't worked, if that's what you're finding, that doesn't bring the relief. So am I willing to just try something as an experiment that's different in this moment? And it feels very strange and scary at times to move away from where we think the answer is. But if we know that this is not the answer, this does not provide us, then let me try something else, right? And we come back in that moment to the breath. We come back to something that's right here, right now, present. And I'm going to go with this present moment. I'm going to drop out of the trying to find resolution through the loop, because it's not working. And I'm going to just come back for a moment to the breath. And then I want you to, there's a lot of stuff here, but I want you to invite the voice of someone kind into your consciousness right there. Someone who loves you, someone who ever loved you. Could be if you can't find a person, find a pet. But someone who really wished the best for you. And see if you can pull up what they might say to you in this moment. So you're back in the breath. You're back to, well, maybe I'll try a different path here since this is not working. I'll do the most counterintuitive possible thing right in this moment. Now bring in a voice of love that maybe has a wiser mind in this moment and isn't caught as you are. And imagine what they might say to you. And if none of that works, right, you can always turn to the voice, whatever it might be yammering at you, and just say no, 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 no. We thank Nancy Reagan for that. Just say no. No, you cannot terrify me. No, you cannot bully me. No, you don't get to tell me all the things I woulda, shoulda, coulda done. No. Sometimes that can be also incredibly powerful. Just that you don't get to tell me all the things wrong with me. You're not helping me. Turn right at the voice. And you can play with that to see if that's also a useful tool. But ultimately, we have to come back to the present moment. We have to pull out of the loop and come back to the present moment. That is the practice over and over again. Through these tools, right? Am I willing in this moment to trust, maybe just trust Nancy, that I'm not going to find the magic bullet through this loop. It is not working. I'm trying something else. I can always return to looping. It's always available. So am I willing to come back into the breath, to bring in a sense of kindness from myself and maybe from this other voice that I can pull in that loves me. So for this week as a practice, what I'd like you to do is to try those steps that I've just delineated. Try those. And again, this is an experiment. That's what we're doing. We're coming back away from the loop, the counterintuitive move, away from the very place where we really believe the answer is, and we believe the answer is not just to this problem, but that will solve all problems. So we're going against what our mind is telling us because it's not working. And see how that rolls for you, really practicing that when you notice yourself caught. Right from the first step of, oh, sweetheart, you're caught, you're in it, you're in the thick of it, this thing. Play with that, journal about it, see how that rolls, and if it's any different, if there's any different impact from trying it a different way. So I look forward to video 5 and give that a whirl, and I'll see you back here soon.